I strive for, but I feel Sara has an ability with words that I didn't get. That's fine though, I got all this hair. It's crazy now. Her hair can't grow any longer than this, it's so weird. It's like, and back here, there's just none, it just doesn't grow. A couple more questions.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, sir? Fine, do it.
Real quick, can you say hi to my sister, Vic?
Hi. Hey everyone. I just like to not play favorites.
When y'all have like your own songs for the album, do y'all ever argue like, oh no, I want my song to be on here, or no, like yours? And who decides like, okay, I'll get you, like you can have this album.
Got it. So how do we decide what songs get on the record and who has?
Right. Generally, it's a very interesting thing because to date we have never thought of that. We generally are able to distance ourselves enough from the music that all we really care about is generally like how can this be the best thing. Like even when we were picking, we taped over 4 hours of footage for that last concert. We did like seriously like twice as many songs as we showed here, and it just becomes obvious once the songs are written or once they're recorded which songs work, the cohesive, why, like what makes just sense as a project, and it's pretty obvious. Like I don't think we've ever had like a really big fight. There are occasionally songs that we'll go to bat for in the earlier stages. Like I've definitely had songs that my demos can be a little bit more subtle, so I've definitely thought to myself like. I remember right when I wrote Back in Your Head, it was super slow, and we went into kind of a pre-production meeting with Chris Walla, and he wasn't totally stoked on it. He wasn't saying no to it, but I remember being like, and I just want to be clear that I'll quit if this song is on the record. Like, that kind of stuff will happen. But no, we generally, I think if fighting for the cause. If we were writing and only 2 of my songs kept showing up on the like have to be on the record list, we'd keep writing. I don't think we'd ever put a Tegan Sara record out with like 12 of one of our songs and only 2 of the other. Like we do want it to come off as a collaborative project. So, but we've thankfully in 6 records never had that problem. There's a real balance that happens, and we always say like this seems like maybe a strange detail to reveal, but we've always thought it was indicative of the collaborative nature of what we do, even if we're individual songwriters. But Tegan and I split everything like 50%. Like if I write a song and no, it's not true. She just said that's what she thinks, but that's not true. We really do make 50%. But it's like if I write a song, the idea that I would ever benefit from it monetarily and Tegan wouldn't is just, it makes me feel so sad. Like I want anything that I accomplish or do, I want it to benefit Tegan. We've put all the hours and time in together, and as far as I'm concerned, that it doesn't matter if I actually sat down and wrote the thing. She's part of what helped me get there, that I could write it, So get along, folks. Yeah, I mean, that's really true. We're running for the same finish line, So. All right, we got time for 2 more, so I'm gonna take you right there. Yep.
Okay. Is there any embarrassing or funny stories from this past week?
Yes, well, my goodness, which ones can I tell you about?
We're really a blast. It's hard to narrow it down.
Some funny moments from this weekend would definitely be hard to, we probably need some time to reflect on it, but we did, it's too bad we didn't think of this prior to coming here, but one of the people that are with us today is Krista Whitehead, who is in India movie, and she has been a friend of ours since we were in junior high and knows all the good stuff about us and like every single bad thing about us. And she and Sara shared a room in India, and every night Sara would write down everything that happened, and there are these hysterical blogs that we never posted, and Sara started reading them backstage last night, and they're so funny because there was so much from the India trip we A, didn't get on camera, or B, was just not appropriate, and Sara had written them all in this email, and they're hysterical, and we can't read them because most of them are just wildly inappropriate, but one of the funniest things that brought tears to my eyes was that like one of the craziest things that we experienced in India was just how dangerous it is to drive there. Like an 8-lane road has like 40 lanes. It's like people, like rickshaws in and out, bicycles and motorcycles, and nobody wears helmets. And nobody follows any rules. There's no like any rules happening. And then you've got people darting in and out, like, just taking no break to look at what's happening. They just play Frogger basically, and then you're in a vehicle. And like there were so many occasions where we killed like almost like 3 generations of a family. Like it was just like everyone shoved on a motorcycle and they're holding luggage, and you're just like, well, I don't even want to get on a motorcycle, let alone with my mom, Sarah, my dad, my stepdad, 2 small children, and a TV. It's like, it's crazy. And we would just laugh. Oh my God, you get into this like hysterical state when you're there because it's so unlike, we grew up in like basically what I think of as like a small town now, even though there was like 1 million people. You go there and you're like, what? We have so much space here and so many rules. My God, we're like the most anal retentive human beings on the planet. We're like, stop! Like there's no traffic coming. We're like standing at like a light for like 20 minutes, you know. So anyway, we've been laughing for like 2 days about that, just talking about all that stuff.
So we didn't do anything embarrassing.
No, nothing embarrassing, just laughing.
Nothing embarrassing. No. Okay, one final.
Sarah fell.
Favoring the front row. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you either of you have like an absolute favorite song you've written that you're just like so incredibly proud of, like above all others?
Okay.
Boast about yourself.
Okay, this is the last question. The question is generally, do we have incredibly huge egos and just listen to one song over and over again that we've written and think, damn, what is this? Just roughly, that was sort of what you asked. The truth is that we obviously feel proud of what we write. I don't think we would put it out on the, out into the world if we
You were
didn't.
gonna say the internet.
The internet. I know. It's like basically I'm like, what product? Give it to people. Nobody does that anymore. Anyway, but I think like when we're out touring, anything that you all hear or see or whatever, we generally don't feel like shit about it. We're sort of like, I mean, when I saw us up there, I was generally like horrified, but that's it's under the microscope. But I think overall, we like the songs that we write. We stand behind the material, the sentiment. We like what response we get from you. We like to see that you seem to take it so seriously and like it, and that it can sum up what you feel. I mean, that exchange is very, going back to that original question about like what sucks us back in. I mean, it's you. You suck us back in because we write
Such
songs.
a weird sentence.
It's the sucking thing? Whatever.
You suck us back in.
You suck. No.
What's your favorite Tegan and Sara song?
The Con, hands down.
The Con is your favorite song ever.
That's
my favorite.
Which is like a great song.
One of my favorites.
It's a great song of like, that would be a great example of like Tegan would send that song and she knows that it's good. She's obviously is like, she's not like,
The subject line when I emailed Sarah that
Was
song
like-
was "da bomb."
yeah, she was like, big hit. Yeah, big hit.
Count my money. Bought a car today. Sarah's right. If a song makes it on the record, we usually love it. As time goes by, your feelings change. A lot of our earlier work, I listen to Sarah songs and I just hear the vulnerability and the sweetness, and I really love them. And then I'm like, come to rehearsal and I'm like, let's do proud or heavy, and Sarah's like, absolutely not. And but she's like, open to doing my songs. So there's like a love for each other's earlier music that we don't necessarily have for our own. So, but we love it all. We
We'll see if we
look
see
to
that
give you
you-
guys the best of ourselves.
Right, if we feel like we've given you the best thing and you seem to respond positively, it definitely stokes our egos. We have massive egos, and so we need you to constantly be just like throwing logs onto the ego fire. So this really helps when you always are asking us what our favorite songs are, because we know that you just have favorite songs and you want to know if ours are the same. It's like sort of like one of those fantasy baseball leagues or whatever. But whatever your favorite song is, whatever your favorite Tegan and Sara thing is, we hope that you enjoyed the DVD, at least in this experience, and we hope you'll tell your friends. And we also just are so grateful. Thank you so very,
Thank you
very,
very,
much.
very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, guys. Have a safe night if you're coming back again for the 4th time. Questions?
Nice face.